Namaskaram girls. So last class we saw about the Egyptian civilization. What is mummification, girls? What is the salt they are using for the mummification process of dead bodies? What is the name of the stone coffin? Yes. So the second civilization, Mesopotamian civilization. The region, it is in Iraq and Kuwait in West Asia. Okay. So the region where it is Iraq and Kuwait in West Asia. This Mesopotamian civilization, it has the third millennium years. Third million years it has started. Okay, girls. Here in this one, the kingdoms are Sumerians, Akkadians, Babylonians, Assyrian. So many city-states has emerged during this third millennium year. In this one, Sumerian, Akkadian, Babylonian and Assyrians. They started to rule in the Mesopotamian region. Now we will move on to the geography of the Mesopotamian civilization. The word Mesopotamian derives from the Greek language. Meso means in between. Potams means river. So Mesopotamian, the land between the two rivers. Okay. The two rivers are Euphrates and Tigris. Euphrates and Tigris, and these two rivers will flow into the Persian Gulf. Okay, girls. The northern part is Assyria and the southern part of Mesopotamian civilization is Babylon. Okay. So this is the geography of the Mesopotamian civilization. So from which language it derives, girls? Greek language. What is the meaning for Meso? In between. Potam or Potamus river. What are the two rivers? Euphrates and Tigris. So Mesopotamian means the land between two rivers. Okay, the northern part is Assyria and the southern part is Babylonian. So as I said, the Sumerian, Akkadian, Babylonian and Assyrians. So this only we are going to see one by one. Sumerians. Sumerians, they have settled in the lower Tigris. Lower Tigris, that is, they were the contemporary of Egyptian civilization and Indus Valley civilization. Okay. The year for them was 5000 to 4000 BC. They are believed that they have come from the Central Asia. So they founded many cities. Nippur is the important cities. So Nippur, this place becomes a trade center, and they started the cuneiform writing system. The king acted as a priest. So their political came to an end in the year 2450 BC. Next comes Akkadians. They dominated from the year 2450 to 2250 BC. Sargon, the famous ruler, and his descendants from the year 2334 to 2218. So Sargon's ruler period was this. They have ruled for more than 100 years. So in the cuneiform records of Akkadians, mentions about the Indus civilization. So the documents of the Sargon of Akkad shows that they have traveled in the ships from Meluha, Mahan, Dilmun in the place of Akkad. Okay, girls. So this city now Akkad, later it called as a Babylon. Okay. Next comes Babylonians. They are the Semitic people called Amorites. They were known as Babylonians because they established a big kingdom and made Babylon as its capital. So during this period, Hammurabi becomes the ruler in the western part of Mesopotamia. The powerful states Ur, they ruled from 2112 to 2004 BC, and Babylon from 1712 to they have taken the control. Gilgamesh, this is an epic which was in the form of cuneiform writing. Hammurabi is the sixth king of the Babylon, belongs to the Amorite dynasty. So he was a great lawgiver, lawmaker, everything. Next, Assyrians, they taken the political in the 1000 BC. Assyrian king were the priest of the Ashur. Ashur is the deity of the Assyria. They taken the control by the emperor, and the governors were appointed by the emperor to administer the provinces. Ashur was the capital. So it's the capital of Assyria. Ashurbanipal, he was the popular ruler of the Neo-Assyrian, otherwise late Assyrian Empire. They maintained a library in a cuneiform writing records. They worshipped the deity of Lamashu for protection, and they construct the ziggurat. Ziggurat is a temple which is in the center of the city, and they started to control over by the priest, scribes, nobles, and they formed the government. So the rulers and the priests occupied the top social ladder. They performed as the chief priests. They were the scribes, merchants, and artisans. They maintained the account of the taxes. Priests started to collect the tax. The temple, what is the name of the temple, girl? Ziggurat. This is what you can say of the storehouse to have commodities, taxes, and they have in the ziggurat. The peasants remain in the temple, becomes the earlier phase of Mesopotamian civilization. All the people are allowed to the cities. So these are the 4 rulers came and ruled in the Mesopotamian area, Mesopotamian region. Sumerians, Akkadians, Babylonians, Assyrians. Okay. When you come for food and agriculture, the agriculture was the main occupation. According to the availability of the water, they started the irrigation facilities, and they started to cultivate wheat, barley, onion, turnip, grapes, apple, dates, and they started to domesticate the cattle, sheep, goat. Fish was their main diet. Next, when you come for trade and exchange, trade is the economic activity of the Mesopotamian society. They assisted in exchange of goods from the potters and artisans. So they traded with Syria and Asia Minor in the west, and Iran and the Indus in the east. They traveled across the ship. They traveled the ship across the sea. The temple act as a bank and lend credit on their own account. The Mesopotamian documents From the reference we can know that they have given the loan repayment with or without interest. This and all mentions in the Mesopotamian documents, and they have first written evidence for charging interest on borrowed money also. Next, when you come for cities and town, they have a mud or baked brick walls with gates. Some people lived in reed huts. The ziggurat were the center of the platform. It's like a steep pyramids. Around the temple they have a ceremonial courtyards, shrines, burial chambers for the priest and priestess. Ceremonial banquet halls also is there, along with that workshop, granaries, storehouse, administration buildings, all these one. Okay. Next we will see the religion. Like Egyptian, they followed a polytheism. Enlil, the god of sky and wind. In the city of Nippur, Enlil, they worship the Enlil. Ninlil, the goddess of grains. The Babylonians worship Marduk and Ashur, which is the supreme god of the Assyrians. Ishtar, Ishur I have written. Ishtar, goddess of love and fertility. And Timath, god of sea and the chores and sin. Sin considered as a moon god. So Mesopotamian, they developed a rich collections of myth and legends. I told Epic of Gilgamesh, which was written in the cuneiform text. This contains legend of the flood and has similarity with account of Noah's Ark mentioned in the Bible. The other myths which is mentioned in the Hindus Puranas. Next, when you come for Hammurabi's law code, he is considered as an important legal document with the laws related to the various crimes. In that one, 282 cases was there related to family rights, trade, slavery, tax, wages. It is carved on a stone which portrays Hammurabi as receiving the code from the sun god Shamash. So the old laws, new laws has written in this one. And the punishment is very severe, an eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. So Hammurabi is very, very strict. So he is not allowing any wrong things during his time. Next, when you come for cuneiform writing, the letters are in wedge shape. So it's called as a cuneiform. It prevails in the 3000 BC. This script has many commercial transaction writing, letters, stories, etc., etc. So how they have formed? With the help of the clay, they make a clay tablets like the shapes. Wedge, I told Nogal, it is in a V-shaped form. So many information about the Sumerian civilization through the cuneiform writing. Okay. Many come for art. So many paintings, carvings, sculptures, everything we can see from the Mesopotamian times. That is, they have portraits, goat, bull, lion, etc. Some figures of mythological like lion, bulls with human beings, human head have been found in the sculptures, which was created by the Assyrian and Babylonians during the period of Assyrians and the Babylonians. Next, before going for the science, they has developed a script. Developed a script in the sense, it's a very important in the human history. Writing system began to emerge during the period of the Sumerians in the 4th millennium BC. Hieroglyphic, you had heard. Egyptians writing method system, which was introduced in the 3rd millennium BC. The Harappan also developed their writing system in the same time. But the Chinese writing system started earlier. This is the development of script. And then when you come for the science, they were excelled in mathematics, astronomy, medicine, everything. The concept of multiplication, division, and the cubic equation was introduced. The system was based on the 60, and they started to follow the 60 minutes, 24 hours a day, 360-degree circle. So their calendar has 7 days in a week. The numerical system, they had the place values. They used the water clock, lunar calendar, which was calculated on the movement of the moon. They developed the measurement either in area or the solids. So the weight measurement systems has started to use. They introduced 12 months in the lunar calendar. They also influenced by the Greek astronomy. They had developed a medical system also. There is a book, Diagnostic, which was dated to the 11th century. This is a hand copy handbook during the time of Babylonian. This shows the symptoms and the prognosis. Prognosis means how to cure the diseases, everything, how to identify the disease. So, and they have mentioned about the herbs and the minerals. So these are about the Mesopotamian civilization. So 2 civilization we have come across, girls. First one is the Egyptian civilization and the next one is the Mesopotamian civilization.